We're back. Well, I'm back anyway. Hello. I welcome to the first of all, welcome to the Coat TV, where we put the real and the tea into reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Lewis. I'm very excited. I usually have an intro, but I haven't thought of. I don't really have a solid intro that I stick with. Um, I'm very excited to be back here to discuss Big Brother UK. We've just had, well, yesterday was the live launch of the new season of Big Brother UK on ITV2. Um, we have a fresh bunch of housemates. We have a slightly fresher house than the previous house, slightly. And we have one of the worst twists in Big Brother UK launch history. We'll talk about it. I'm quite frustrated that we launched with a twist like this. Anyway, if you want to go check out some of our other coverage as part of the Cup Network, you can go to the Cup Pod, where we're covering all things drag over there. Currently, Drag Race UK is airing, so there's probably a lot of Drag Race UK that's coming out on the Cup Pod. I believe they've also got some interviews lined up. We'll see about that. We also have the Cup ESC. Go check out the Cup ESC to get connected with all things Eurovision content over there. And also, we have this channel, the Cup TV, where we're covering all things reality TV, all sorts of shows going on right now. Big Brother US just finished last night. So go check out our coverage on Big Brother US finale. I believe that's out currently. We also have other shows going on right now. I think Project Runway, I think that's been going on right now. I know the Celebrity Traitors UK is coming out soon, so there's going to be content on Celebrity Traitors. Everything's happening, so go subscribe to all of our channels, links down below. And also, if you want to buy yourself some Cup merch, including but not limited to Cup mug, Cup bottle, Cup everything, go check out landrycreations.etsy.com and get all of your Cup merchandise there. Right, let's talk about Big Brother UK. It was an interesting launch. I think I personally haven't been feeling the hype leading into this season. I think initially I was let down by the eye logo a bit. It just felt like a clusterfuck of things going on all at once. I get the references to Big Brother 3, and I get the references to the third season of Big Brother on Channel 5, Secrets and Lies, in the eye. But I wasn't feeling the hype from the logo, and the build has been a bit lackluster. And the house got revealed, and the color scheme wasn't too separate from what we've already seen on ITV. The layout of the house hasn't changed at all from Celebrity season, the Celebrity that we had earlier this year. Let's talk about the house. We might as well. Yes, so here's our house. We'll start with the table. The table has changed, and it's a giant version of the logo. Essentially, it's a giant eye. The whole house is basically a factory for eyes. There's eyes everywhere. There's tubes everywhere. It does feel like an eye factory in the Big Brother house this year. Quite interesting table. Do I want to sit at a table where it's just a giant eye? No, probably not. I don't know if the housemates themselves would probably. I don't know. There's probably better tables. It's interesting though because there's no real head of the table anymore because of the way that the table is set out. Let's move on to just a shot of the TV. Cute. Moving on. Yeah, these tubes are everywhere. These tubes with eyes rolling around, and it does create this atmosphere of like an eye factory. I understand the references in the logo is like similar to the board games, so similar to Mousetrap and that kind of board game. Um, let's move on. I love these. I love these seats in the. I think it was in the bedroom, right, where it's like literally you're sitting on a hand. I love that. I need that. I need these seats. So, Big Brother UK, please release these on auction after the season is over. More shoots, loads of shoots and loads of tubes everywhere. It it would go. First of all, I've just realised my headline is completely wrong. Let me just put a. BB is always watching. I just realised I'm still making a reference to the celebrity traitors in my head in my tagline down there. Let me do that. Let me change that. Yeah, these shoots are everywhere. Creates this atmosphere, this feel that they're going to be involved in the game in some way, shape, or form. Obviously, we saw the eyes play a part in the launch, and we'll get to that very shortly. I love this. Okay, this is probably the best feature of the house. Literally, the dining room corridor is phenomenal. I love the green with the orange. It is giving Taylor Swift's new album coming out soon, just with the color scheme, Life of a Showgirl. But yes, the corridors are the best feature of the house, which isn't saying a lot about the house if the corridors are the best feature, because they're the ones that are probably featured the least in the coverage, and the main house should probably be looking as good as the corridors themselves. Let's move on. Kitchen, not much has changed with the kitchen. Well, the whole house layout hasn't changed, but nothing's changed much with the kitchen. Maybe a bit the color scheme, a bit. The island is the same. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Another angle of the kitchen there. This is an angle of pretty much the whole main house area. Yeah, just eyes. So many eyes, bro. Sofas have changed. I don't know if I quite like this new sofa layout, to be honest. It looks a bit too. I don't know what the word is. It just I probably preferred there being 2 sofas than 6, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know what I don't like about it, but there's something that irritates me about the sofas so much, unfortunately. We're moving on now to so much eye decor. There's so much eye decor in this house. I actually quite enjoy the eyes of it all. It's not the eyes that I have an issue with in the house. It's just the fact that the layout is the same and the color scheme is the same. Again, so many tubes and shoots everywhere. It feels like the eye factory, like the Willy Wonka House of Eyes. I don't know. Again, this corridor leading towards the eviction stage. This looks so trippy. It looks like it's a fake wall. I don't know how to explain it. It just looks like some sort of optical illusion of sorts. I don't know. Just from that angle, I guess. The bathroom. I don't mind this color scheme actually in this bathroom. The lemon, like it's giving lemon vibes. I love me some lemony, citrusy colors. The bedroom, it doesn't feel too dissimilar from what we've seen before, especially this color scheme. I swear this is the color scheme we've seen in the bedroom before. If not on BB on ITV, I've definitely seen it on Big Brother UK. I can't remember where. Probably, I don't know. Who knows? Moving on. And then the garden, again, nothing too outrageously different. The snug feels a bit updated. I'll pull up the snug. Where is the snug? There. The snug feels a little bit outdated, and I like that you can see. I hope we can get better camera angles, but I like that the people in the snug can watch on to the garden from the snug area. Maybe talk crap about someone whilst they're in the garden. Who knows? And here's the new Big Brother Diary Room chair. It's all right. I've definitely seen worse. I love that the eye itself is a cushiony kind of thing for the back. It looks like it's a giant eye with a tongue sticking out. That's what it looks like. But yeah, I quite like this diary room chair. It's definitely been worse. There's definitely been better. But yeah, that's the house. Now let's move on to discussing the events of the launch, and probably the most frustrating twist of a launch ever. Mainly, it's not even it's a frustrating launch twist. It's just we've seen it done before, and I hate backdoor evictions. I think backdoor evictions are a bit stale, especially on ITV. When ITV have done so many backdoor evictions up to this point, it gets boring. But yes, let's talk about the housemates. I've got a giant graphic of the housemates in the launch. Let's get rid of that and let's pull up the housemates. So we'll start with Gani. Gani, what we learned, he was born in India, moved to the UK. He is bisexual. Love that. I think Gani was a nice little bundle of energy heading into the house. He was very nervous, but very lovable at the same time. I'm going to be honest, guys. I know you all want me to talk for a long time about. I'm not going to have too much to say about this launch, unfortunately, because there wasn't a lot going for it. I've just realized that the banner has the wrong Twitter handles going across it. There's my Twitter handle, XLewis yeah, Gani. I think Gani, we're going to learn a lot more about Gani as we move forward. He's probably not the biggest person, not the biggest personality coming out of this live launch. I think it's very obvious who the biggest personality out of the live launch was. Not Gani, but I think there's a lot to come out of Gani that I'm very excited to see more from. Cameron's a farmer. Cameron, that's what we learned. He's a farmer. He's doing Big Brother UK to represent the farmers. Obviously, there's a current scandal going on with the farmers of the UK, and he wants to represent the farmers of the UK. Talks about how he has a fridge in his own tractor. But yeah, he didn't give me much. I'll be honest, he didn't give me much at all from this first episode. Again, first episode, first impressions, there wasn't, we've got our VTs and then what they do when they enter, and there's not a lot going on there. So it's difficult to make a first, I mean, it's not even that it's difficult to make a first impression. It's just, there's a lot more to be shown. And I think, yeah, that's what we know about Cameron, is that he's a farmer. Nancy. And so Nancy, she's from, I can't remember. I was very confused about this. Is she born in Scotland? Is she born in Italy? I know that she's, what is it? Pentalingual or whatever. Pentalingual? Yeah. She can speak 5 languages. And I think it was English, Italian, French, Spanish. Was it? I can't remember. But yes, Nancy. very excited to find out if she can talk in code by talking in a different language or something. Because I remember there was a whole scandal about someone talking in code on a previous season of Big Brother UK. I guess for that to happen, it requires someone else to be able to speak that language. So interesting to find out what happens there. Next, we have, in my opinion, the star of the episode, Caroline, aka Monkey. I first of all, I love that Big Brother UK is finally introducing people who have nicknames. I hope that Big Brother UK makes it part of the show that they refer to her as Monkey on the show. A la Rockstar from Big Brother US. I remember she went in as Angie, but then became Rockstar, and that's how she was addressed for the rest of the season. So I'm intrigued to see if Caroline, aka Monkey, is going to fully be addressed as Monkey from that point forward. Zila, I mean, okay, if Caroline is the best woman to come out of this episode, I think Zila is the best man to come out of this episode. First of all, we love some transgender representation on the cast. Zila, trans man. I don't think we've had a trans man since Luke A on Big Brother UK. I might be wrong. But yeah, loved Zila. I think Zila is in there for all the right reasons. And I'm very glad that we have transgender representation on this cast. Next, we have Tasia. Again, unfortunately, I don't think I got to see much of Tasia. I wish I got to see more of Tasia. And maybe I haven't seen episode 2 yet. So maybe there's more from Tasia in the aftermath of the live episode. But yeah, we haven't got to see too much from Tasia yet. But all I know is she's a family gal. She loves her family. She's from Bristol, and that's all I've learned. Emily. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame. I understand the casting of we need a right winger to oppose all of these people. I mean, Emily is known. She is someone that is not she's not someone that people don't know. So, yeah, that irritates me that she's going into the house as someone with a following, because people do know her, but also yuck, not a fan of who she is, what she represents, her views, not a fan of her views at all, but I guess she had to be the one to fit that mold of, oh, she's such a contrarian. I don't know. Anyway, Marcus from Manchester. Love that we have some Manchester representation on this cast. But again, didn't get too much from him. Yeah, I have nothing to say about him, unfortunately. Hopefully we get more from him. But I think he was outshone in the same way Tasia was by a few of these castmates so far. I think Caroline and Zila were the ones that stood out. Tate, I mean, he's a stripper or something, right? I mean, he had his bare ass out on his VT, so love that. Love seeing, yeah, that's go you. Elsa. Okay, Elsa was another standout. I mean, I think if I had to compare her casting to someone else from the previous season, she is the Lily of this cast, absolutely. Very respectfully, very ditzy. She's like a Tinkerbell. She compared herself to a little Tinkerbell, although she says she can see dead people. And I can see, she was like, I can see dead people and that's what I can't remember exactly what she said in the VT. All I remember is it took me out. Like I was caught way off guard when she brought that up in her VT. Love that Elsa's here though, and that's I mean her name is going to be I think one of the biggest names to come out of this season for sure. As I believe Sam is. I think Sam is someone who is going to be a standout out of this season. Love his energy, love the queer representation, love that he's a Zumba instructor. I haven't done Zumba in a long time, but I will absolutely attend Sam's Zumba classes for sure. I think he's a bundle of energy. I think he's going to make this season very interesting. I wouldn't be too shocked if he didn't shy away from conflict, to be honest. I think he's going to be someone that will be very interesting in a conflict situation. So yeah, I want to see more of him, and I mean, we'll talk about the twist. Jenny is our final housemate of this episode. I say of this episode because I don't imagine this is our full cast. I think there's definitely people that are going to be coming through after this launch night. Jenny from Derry, London. I love Derry because it's in Londonderry, and you can just call it Derry, Londonderry. I don't know why. Derry, Londonderry is such a... Anyway, moving on. Northern Ireland. I don't think we've seen Northern Irish representation on Big Brother UK in a while, at least. So love that Jenny's here. Love her accent. I'm going to probably struggle with what she's saying half the time, and that's fine. Love that she's here. Yeah. So the standouts for me from the entrances alone were Caroline, aka Monkey, Zila, Elsa, Sam, and Jenny. Sure, 5 of them. Caroline, Zila, Elsa, Sam, and Jenny were the ones that stood out to me for sure. And then we have this whole twist going on, and we'll talk about the twist now. That the public will be voting everyone once everyone's in, and it's a vote to evict on the first night. And I hate that. I think that's shit. I hated it when they did it in Time Bomb. I hated it when they did it in Big Brother US, the night that David got evicted on the first night or whatever. And I hate it here. So it's the top 3 vote getters. They'll get evil eyes, which is basically they all took an eye in with them, and if their eye lit up red, then they've got evil eyes. And the top 3 vote getters were Emily, which I wasn't too shocked about, Sam, which unfortunately, knowing this British Republic, I can understand that as well. And Monkey, which I was very pissed to see Monkey in this bottom 3. And each of them have been sent to the exit room. And that's as much as we learned from this first episode. It was an abysmal first episode of Big Brother UK. I will stand by that. It was very abysmal. Caroline and Sam and Emily. I mean, Emily was very blatant with her views in a VT. Can't be too shocked that she was there, but also people do know Emily, and people know Emily for what she does, and a lot of people in my group, I'm not a fan of hers. So can't be too shocked she was voted there. I mean, Monkey. I mean, why? She's I mean, for one, she's the oldest in this lineup currently. I'm not a fan of seeing Caroline being sent to the exit room. I'm pretty solid on who I want to leave here, and I want Emily to go for sure. I know the episode has already happened, so the results are already there, and I'm going to hop on to the second episode immediately after this recording. But if I see Sam has gone, or especially if I see that Monkey is gone, I am going to be very pissed with ITV production for coming up with a stupid twist like this on the first night. Even if it happened to Emily, I think it's a ridiculous twist and shouldn't be happening to anyone. Yeah. I don't have much else to say, really. I think I've covered it. And I've covered it within under half an hour, which goes to show how uninteresting this first episode was. The twist just took all of the juice out of the episode, unfortunately. Yeah, I wish I could say more than that, but there isn't a lot else to say. That I'm going to be honest here. I am worried I'm going to get bored of this season very quickly, just because of production making fuck ups and meddling and whatnot. So if it gets to that point, I might fully just stop doing the coverage. And Logan's not going to be happy about that. But there's only so much I can do. And if I've been zapped out of my energy of this season, then that's what I'm going to do. It's not looking good right now. I'm hoping things pick up. And that's where I stand with that. So yeah, I'm going to introduce a new segment for Big Brother UK this year. CBB UK, obviously with Jojo Siwa being on the cast, we introduced the pyramid. We're not doing the pyramid this time around. It was a fun little gimmick over there because Jojo Siwa being on Dance Moms and everything. But let's do something different because this whole season is revolved around eyes. So I'm introducing a new segment called Eyes On, Eyes Off, where I pick one housemate I think is been the eyes on housemate, where they have been the most interesting and provided the most for the episode, and eyes off for the housemate who I think has contributed the least to the episode, if that makes sense. And now I know it's launch, so there's so much wiggle room and so much room for people to grow as characters on the show. But let's do this. So eyes on has to be Caroline. She was giving the most energy. Her VT looks amazing. Her whole interview where she was asked about the 5 engagements that broke off, and AJ was like, "What have you kept any of the rings?" And she was like, "No, I sold all of them." Icon, and especially when she was jumping out at all the housemates when they entered the house and introducing herself as Monkey. I fucking love her. I hope she survives this fucking stupid ass twist. So yes, Caroline is eyes on. Eyes off. Probably Marcus, to be honest. I think Marcus, it's at least interesting as of right now. And maybe things will change once we get the proper 24-hour coverage. But right now, eyes off Marcus, because he didn't give me too much in that launch episode, unfortunately. All right, so that's our cast as of right now. I fully believe we're getting more people, and we'll find out if we got those more people in the second episode. For now, thank you all for joining me. It's been a very short little recap of the live launch. Let me know who stood out to you in that live launch. Who do you not care for? Who do you want to see more out of? Who do you want to see less of? Let me know down below. And don't forget, once again, to hit subscribe on all of our channels. Links down below. Don't forget to go subscribe to this channel, as well as following our Twitter and my Twitter, of course, and all my socials. My socials, Exodus Thorbeck, everywhere. Go check me out on everything. And don't forget to get your cup merch at lanagcreations.etsy.com. Hopefully, we'll have a lot more entertaining things to discuss once we cover episode 2 and 3 on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Go check out that episode on Wednesday. We'll be live again to discuss everything up to that point. Have a good night, and I'll see you next time. Peace.